Hey guys, Mick here. Thanks for checking out the video. In this video we're going to talk about track stands. Track stands are a really useful tool. The idea of it is to be able to balance on the bike. So apart from just showing off and having fun with it, where it's really useful is when you're riding on the trail, you're coming up to an obstacle and you want to pause for a second to have a look at it, or the person in front of you stops and you want to pause for a second. It's also good for just generally increasing your balance. And the better the balance you've got, the easier you're going to find it riding in a whole pile of different scenarios. So yeah, it's a great tool, good thing to have a play with, and we're just going to have a look at the best way to do it. One of the key things to practicing a track stand is not trying to do it until you actually fall off, because all you're really learning how to do with that is learning how to fall off the bike, and we don't want to do that. So what we want to do is we want to learn to balance on the bike. So what we're going to do is we're going to ride along slowly, and then we're going to just pause. And pause as soon as you feel like you're losing your balance, pedal away. And the idea of that will be that you'll start to pause for longer and longer each time until you get to the stage where you can actually stop, which is what we're trying to achieve. So the key components to this is what you're functionally doing is you're pedaling against your brakes. Now where I'm practicing it here is on a slight uphill, which makes it even easier. So what I'm going to basically do is apply some pressure on my cranks as I'm pedaling, and I'm going to pedal just against my front brake and pause a bit and then let the brake off and roll away. Okay, so I'll give you a bit of a demo. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm riding along, and what I'm going to do is put the brakes on and push against the brake, just pausing and keeping going. So putting the brakes on, push a little bit and keep going. Pause and keep going. Sometimes using a bit of a rocking motion on your pedals works a lot better than turning them around in full circles. So you can just rock backwards and forwards and use that to maintain your balance. Awesome. I just roll back down and do that again. So what you'll notice is I wasn't actually trying to stop. All I was doing is pausing and pedaling on. And that's a much better approach than actually stopping and falling over. So a bit more of a demo. Now this time what I'm going to do, as I pause, I'm going to twist the handlebars a little bit. So I'll show you what I mean as I get going. So riding along and I'm pausing and I'm going to twist the handlebars a little bit. Right? So with the handlebars twisted, it means when the bike rocks backwards and forwards, it actually moves to the side a bit and makes it easier to hold the balance. So I ride forward, pause, twist the handlebars a bit, push against it, and then ride forward. Awesome. So we'll try that one more time, and we'll actually pause for a little bit longer this time. So this is a gradual process. What we're going to do is each time you do it, you're just trying to pause that little bit longer until you're actually balanced. So riding along, pushing against my brakes, being uphill I don't need a lot of brake. Okay, turn the wheel, gives me some balance. Ride away again. Pausing again, turn the wheel, and then I can balance. And away we go again. Okay. So hopefully that worked for you guys. This is really just one of those things you need to practice. So the idea is, once again, we're just pushing against the pedal and a little bit of brake. Being as how we're pointed uphill, we don't actually need very much brake, and I can actually sort of almost do it one hand. Sorry, almost fell off then. Okay, and the idea is, as you spend that little bit of time, you get used to it and you get to the point where you can balance longer and longer. And you can get nice and comfortable and continue to practice. So like we said at the beginning, where this is a real advantage, you're riding along a trail, you get to a little bit of an obstacle, you want to pause and have a look at it. Rather than just having to power through, you can actually pause for that few seconds, check out your line, then ride through it. If the person in front of you balks and puts their foot down, you can kind of balance a bit while you're waiting for them. And other than that, it's just a great way to just work on your balance and just generally improve all of your riding. The better you balance, the better you control, the better you can ride slow technical terrain. So thanks heaps for watching, guys, and see you out on the trails.